How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Yeah, a little bit of double IPA hopeful goodness. Northeast Florida hopeful goodness. In the form of Southern Swells Brewing. It is their Imperial Karate in the Garage double IPA. Yeah, Southern Swells. Never heard of them before. I was lucky enough to have a viewer, Cameron. Thank you very much, dude. He reached out, said, "Hey, man, I saw you reviewing some Florida beers, and I feel like this is a company that would represent the kind of New England style IPA really well. Can I send you some cans?" And I said, "Fine. Go ahead." It's a touching story, really. So thank you very much, dude, for sending them off. As far as this one goes, what does it say on here? It says Imperial Karate in the Garage, Double India Pale Ale, 8% alcohol by volume. Over here, it says, "We took our flagship Karate in the Garage and cracked up the grain bill." The double IPA pours a hazy orange color and offers intense citrus and grapefruit notes, resulting in significant dry hopping of mosaic and lupulin powder. Done and done. Put some ingredients over here, things like that, and that'd be that. So yeah, I don't know what Karate in the Garage is in reference to. Yeah, label's alright. Can blow me away. Is what it is. Words. So yeah, let's crack this open. Give her a pour. See what she's got. He sent me 3 beers. Cameron did in all from Southern Swells. The first one was pretty fucking delicious, so I'm kind of fucking excited to try this one. Finger and a half. Kind of weird, kind of lemony, kind of yellow kind of head to it. Don't see that one that much. Pretty tight back bubbles, nice creaminess to it, and yeah, she's definitely got that kind of Haze-bro thing, the hop thoughty kind of turbid, butternut squashy, you know, all the descriptors, that stuff going on. So anyway, see what the old Nazaroni has. A lot of sweetness, not a ton of bittering in there. There's a greenness to it, but the greenness isn't overly bittering. It's not like a super kind of weedy kind of greenness. It's more of like a slightly candied kind of greenness. And the citrus that they're talking about is definitely there in spades. I mean, you're talking about your orange, grapefruit, maybe like a little bit of pineapple going on. There's all kinds of like nice citrusy kind of pseudo-tropical fruit, like Southern Hemisphere, not necessarily like kiwi kind of stuff, maybe slightly melon vibes, but it's definitely citrus leaning. And that green in there is, and that bittering is almost like it's been rubbed with candy, you know, like a confectionery style thing going on there. So it doesn't smell overtly bittering, but at the same time it has a nice sweetness to it, a nice kind of south or northeast Florida kind of feel with that kind of big orange and grapefruit kind of vibes. She smells fun. She smells dense. She smells tasty. Let's take a sippy poo. Cheers. It's tasty. It's tasty. It's kind of following what I'm getting in the nose to a T. That bittering's bigger than the nose lets on, but I kind of expected it to be like that, even though it wasn't huge in the nose. It's bigger. The sweetness and that that kind of slightly kind of confectionery thing I was talking about on that green end of things is kind of there. Definitely getting the citrus portion of the show. Fleshy, slightly rindy. A little bit of bittering on the end too. Definitely sweet. Mouth feels nice, nothing otherworldly. This is actually, it's a tasty beer. I enjoy it. I like it. This is a little bit more in line with some of the other kind of southeastern breweries that I've had as of late that make the New England style IPA. Whether it was the Bearded Iris or Civil Society. This is tasty. It's good. I like it. I would put it probably just a notch above those, but it's very similar in the sense that it's kind of, for me, kind of missing something. It has a nice, hefty kind of core to it. The hops are nice, but it's just, it lacks something. It lacks a little bit of personality somewhere. The other one I did from them had like vanilla bean and you know, rind in it, or zest in it and lactose and a whole bunch of stuff going on, but it didn't taste like it was totally kind of just a bunch of things thrown together. It was very kind of thoughtful and very well balanced. This one has that kind of soft mouthfeel like that other one had. Has a nice kind of gentle hand when it comes to what's going on there. It's kind of weird to talk about gentle hand when we're talking about these super sweet, hazy kind of IPAs. You want to keep that contextually in your brain that I'm talking about. You know, delicately dealt with such a large volume. It's like, you know, throwing, you know, a medium speed uppercut as opposed to a full-fledged one. So, but there's something missing to it. I don't know what it is. For me, I don't know. It's just missing a connectivity. Something to kind of tie it all together. Everything tastes individual. But I'm really being kind of nitpicky and kind of hard on it. It's tasty. Like I said, I put it kind of a little bit above, personally, myself. I put it a little above those other breweries that I talked about briefly. As far as the stuff coming out of the kind of southeastern portion of the United States with the New England style. How weird is that? The stuff coming out from the southeast that's supposed to be coming from the northeast. But if you kind of put it up here in the northeast, is it still like a world beater kind of beer that it tastes like it probably is down there? It's probably in that third tier. By that I mean, you know, for me, there's the upper echelon breweries, and there's this kind of second tier that's just skirting behind them. And there's this kind of third tier that's kind of got it, but there's just needs a little bit more kind of gusto or something to what they're doing. That's kind of where this one falls. That sounds really negative and really kind of judgy, but again, I'm just yammering on the camera about beer, so it's all about being judgy. But it's tasty. It's just, I expected kind of a little bit more. I shouldn't do that. I should go into each one individual and expect a little bit more from this based off the other one that I had from them. And while this one is tasty and nice, it just kind of, it's missing a core. It's missing a soul to it that the other one had, and some of the other beers that really kind of turned me on tend to have. It's kind of cryptic talk like that, but that's what comes to my brain. Still tasty nonetheless. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late. All that being said, it's kind of on the edge. It's not out. It's not in. It's worthy of being in a conversation, but I don't think it's in there. It's on the outside looking in. I don't want to put it up that high. It's tasty. It's delicious. I like it. I'm going to drink the whole thing, but it's not something I go kind of freak out and kind of chase after like I do any of that stuff. Anyway, value and availability, don't know. Maybe Cameron can actually chime in. Let me know how this kind of falls money-wise and all that fun stuff. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like the haze, bro. You know, if you are the hop thought. You know what I mean? If you chase the turbid New England style IPA, then this is going to definitely kind of check all the boxes that you covet. But if you want a little bit more depth, a little bit more kind of nuance, a little bit more kind of interesting in your beer, then this might leave you a little bit wanting. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff and things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers. All for all those places if you want to check me out on the social medias. Flip that script. BeerMassive.com. Social media. iTunes, Stitcher. All that stuff. Why iTunes and Stitcher? Because it's a podcast. Bringing back my old radio show. Drips and drabs of a little bit of Massive Beer stuff, but it's mostly original content, mostly brewer interviews with roundtable discussions and opinions and all that fun stuff. So go check it out. Rate 5 stars and do all that fun stuff because you like it. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do all that stuff. Or you could do it just because you're cool. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you are enjoying a beautiful, hazy New England style IPA right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.